What is going down, guys? Ed here, or DemonSkate94, bringing you a new video. As you can see, we're on a motorcycle. This is MOTO GP 13. This is the track is Misano. This is my qualifying lap for the race. It's a pretty good lap. You can see I'm going wide slightly in the first chicane. There's a couple of other corners that go a little bit wide, but all in, this is a pretty good lap in terms of braking points and acceleration and hitting most of the lines correctly, which is good. Obviously, I think my practice record was 31.3. I can't remember what exactly I did on this lap. You can see in the top right that the previous lap was 131.5, which is obviously slower than my actual practice lap, so I knew I had to go quicker than that. I came out, and again you can see in the bottom left I'm 0.2 in front, or just under 0.2 in front at this point. At this point in the track I used to be really bad at it in previous careers, but I managed to work it out. Lift on that corner, drop down one gear on that corner, and then once more on that corner, and that seemed to be a lot better way, and then really slow down for this corner. That was actually probably the best time I've ever done that. Last two corners on the qualifying lap, and onto the final straight, and let's see what time we got. As I said, I can't remember. That was 130.6, so that was 0.8 quicker than my actual original lap. But here we go, the race. Qualified on pole with that lap, and my starts are always horrible, so here we go. I'm running absolutely zero driving aids, which basically means that there's no, well, you have to have traction control. You can change the settings on the traction control on the fly like a normal MotoGP bike, so it's low, medium and high, or full. I think in this race I was running medium. I do get shunted up the back there, so I go wide. Back came up, just as you could see there, so I do drop back a few positions. But yeah, you have to have traction control. Other than that, I'm not using the driving line. As you can see, I'm not doing anything else. I'm running the Pro Physics, and then the AI is as fast as it can go. It probably could go faster, but I made enough of a mistake there. You also might notice little jumps in the edit. That's basically me cutting out any crashes that I did. You do get sort of replay type things on this game. You see in the top right there's the number 5 of a little circle thing. That's basically the amount of times I can rewind it and retry it. So they're basically all the times that I crashed. I did use them all up in this race, which is quite bad, but it's such a hard game, especially the kind of pace you've got to run to actually be at the front. You do make mistakes. You can see I'm actually struggling to keep up at the moment. Not quite in my flow. I did have some trouble getting past Rossi first couple of laps, but we're just about to finish the first lap and we are in 4th. We've got Dovizioso behind us, I think. Yeah, a bit of Dovi behind us. Marquez had the best lap on that lap. He's in front in first at the moment. Just managed to get past Rossi. I'm a lot quicker into the first corner than the rest of them. My braking point is a lot lower, but you can see there a nice overtake on that corner. They seem to manage to brake later than me on that one though, and then I'm faster out onto the straight. Not quite fast enough to overtake Pedrosa on the actual straight, but we're going to get him under the brakes, I think. Yep, which was nice. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to let it play out. I'm not going to talk about gameplay too much. I probably will in a sec once I run out of things to say. My new COD 4 edit is having some issues in terms of actually doing it, because simply I can't get on COD 4 on PS3, not PC at the moment. I don't know if anyone else has tried to get on COD 4 PS3 in a while, but it asks you, is this actually COD 4, which is just ridiculous because the game knows it's COD 4, and I really wish they patched it. I know it's an old game and they don't really, not many people play it anymore, but some people do still enjoy to play it, and you can't, the only way you can do it is disconnecting your internet to an Ethernet. You can't do it on Wi-Fi because you can't enable it on the game again. So you have to unconnect your Ethernet cable and then plug it back in when you get on the game. But when I plug it back in and sign in, it always quits the game for absolutely no reason. So I can't actually record any clips or cinematics or anything at the moment. I have got PC COD 4, but unfortunately I can't make a server specifically for cinematics, simply because I can't port forward on the internet that I've got, because it's not my internet, which is quite a predicament really. So until I can get on COD 4 again and get another 1 or 2 clips, I think I only need 1 more to actually fill out the music that I've got, and then get the cinematics I need, and then it will be ready. I've put in most of the clips and everything like that. It's just a case of sequencing together and then editing the last clip. It's looking pretty good at the moment. I've added as many effects as I can. Well, not as I can, because you don't want to over edit it. I still want to see what's happening in the clip, but I've done reasonably well. I did make a mistake there again. Did Ross get past again? No, not quite. I've lost track. I've been in a really good mood today though, because it's been amazing weather outside. Whenever it's sunny, I'm always happy, especially in winter time, because especially this late in the winter as well, because I know spring and summer's going to come soon, which is always a good thing. I freaking hate winter. Too cold. Thankfully it hasn't snowed in England at all. Well, it hasn't settled. The only time I've seen snow this year or this winter is when it very, very lightly snowed, and it wasn't heavy enough to actually lay on the ground or anything, so I'm glad for that, because I hate snow and slush and stuff like that. So it's been quite a mild winter in England really. Not very cold at all, especially since I'm up north, which is a good thing. I'm actually from down south, but I'm at uni up north, so lovely winter. Next winter will probably be fucking cold though, I bet you, and then I'll hate it. And summer basically means riding my bike, which is awesome. And I've got loads of plans for the summer, so it's going to be a good one, I think. I'm going to try not to work too much, although I do want to get my savings in order so I can do the things that I want to do in the next year or so. I want to get a motorbike license, so I keep clicking my pen. I want to get a motorbike license, hopefully by the end of the summer, and then be able to afford a motorbike before the end of the year. About halfway to my savings goal. I'll probably end up working a lot anyway, just so I can get to that savings goal. But I'm going to Fort William, Scotland, to see the Downhill World Cup again, the Mountain Bike Downhill World Cup, which was amazing last year, and I know someone who's going as well this year, so it should be fun. Going with my parents, and then going to Edinburgh and Glentress riding and everything like that. So it's going to be a good start to the summer. I think that's in June or something. I finished uni in May for the year, so I'll have quite a long summer again. I've had like 3-month summers for the past 3 years, which is awesome. Although it's not really been summers because I've been working a lot. Talk about the game a bit more now. I'm on career mode at the moment, so sort of like on FIFA. I don't like FIFA, but you can start at a low league and work your way up, trying to get to the Premiership and that. It's sort of like that. You start in Moto 3, you have to start in Moto 3, and then you try and get contracts with other bikes and better teams and stuff like that. It's super fun. I'm in the Moto GP class at the moment. I'm riding the LCR Honda at the moment, the same one that Bradle rode in the 2013 season. I think it's Bradle and Espargaro on it this season, 2014. Espargaro is going to be one to watch, I think. I was signed with M1 Yamaha, which is the factory Yamaha team, on the last season, but I literally found it too easy on one of the factory bikes, so I downgraded slightly to make it a little bit harder for myself. I wish the AIs were a little bit faster, but you can see at the same time it doesn't really need it, because I was struggling in this race. Maybe it's just because I haven't been playing it that often at the moment, because I'm in first now, and I don't think I got the track record. That 131.8, that's still a second slower than my qualifying lap, so I'm not riding that well. I am on a hard rear though. So yeah, I made a big mistake here, went off the track, wheelied, and then it made me miss my braking point. My tyre was also going off now, so if you saw in the bottom right hand, I just turned the traction control up a bit just to make it a little bit easier to ride. Try not to make mistakes, just keep in front, keep my pace up, and hopefully Marquez wouldn't keep up too easily. But yeah, I definitely recommend this game. I think they made, in terms of the actual graphics and the way it looks, you can see on the screen, I think they nailed the lighting in this game. I tried like enhancing the video like I usually do. Like on COD videos, I put on color curves and that makes it look a little bit nicer. Did cut the corner a bit there by accident. You'd probably crash if you did that on a real MotoGP, or you would crash. But it's obviously still a little bit arcaded, this game. Yeah, the lighting's amazing on it. I found it really hard to actually make it look any better. I did add slightly more contrast, but that's it. It's very reasonably stock on this. The look of the other riders is better than I thought it would be. You can have different styles in terms of riding position on the bike and everything like that, which is awesome. Some people I don't think would like it because they are a bit critical of it. Maybe they don't quite understand what the game's about. Personally, I think it's about actually riding the bike, not the way it looks. I think it looks really good. I think it was a massive step forward, this game, in terms of motorcycle games. The physics themselves are actually pretty close to what I think it's like to ride a MotoGP bike. Obviously I've never ridden one, but I think it would be. It's never going to be the same because you just can't have the same accuracy and with the throttle and everything like that. So it's never going to be the same. The best game for physics in terms of motorcycle racing is the MX Simulator. That's pretty close, but at the same time you don't get the real physics until you actually get good at it. It's quite weird to play. At first it's almost impossible to play when you first start trying to play that game, but this game is a good all-rounder. I do recommend it if you like racing games, and if they keep making these games, they're only going to improve and look better. Obviously it's really hard to make a good model of a rider on a bike and everything like that, but we're on lap 7, still in first, bit of a gap behind us to Marquez, and we won the race. That's another 25 points for the championship. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in my next video.